finally back on the
On
road.
the road.
It's been, I don't know, since August really, I think. Well, September. Mid-September we stopped. And
Too long.
We've been in Florida for a long time.
Too long.
But we're out and about now, so stay tuned to see what we've been up to. Okay, so we've had some long
Oh my God.
rides, and we got the fifth wheel now, so it's a whole different
It's
world.
very, very different. Like I think part of it was we didn't account for actually having to stop for bathroom breaks. Now we can't just like get up and walk to the other end and go to the bathroom. So we've got bathroom breaks and
Yes, and I mean,
traffic has been horrible.
yeah, I mean, finally, well, so far, okay, so what we've done, we started in Orlando, and we went to Fort Yargo in Georgia, which is northeast.
I guess we should start with our change that we had to make because we spent our day that we were supposed to be in Tallahassee.
Yes, to see family. We had to go
Getting the
to
RV
General
fixed.
RV, where that was our leading campground for the last 3 months in our new thing. We spent like
Ridiculous.
6 nights there.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And they still haven't gotten everything right.
No,
We
it's
still
not.
have some things going on, but we can travel.
Yes.
So instead of being a 4 or 5 hour trip, it turned into almost 11-hour trip. We went from Orlando to Fort Yargo. Beautiful state park.
Yes,
in
I want to go
Georgia.
back to that one.
Yeah, it was,
Definitely.
and it was the coldest day of the year.
Yeah, they
in
had
Georgia.
Yeah, it was
Um,
like 18 degrees. It was.
So, but it was
cold.
beautiful the way it looked. We didn't have snow or anything.
Got to see David and Jamie.
Yes, but we were only staying. A lot of our first couple trips was 2-dayers because we want to get out to Texas and Arizona quickly. So after Fort Yargo, we then went to Tennessee. We went to Piney River Campground, which is another. We were right on a lake. I mean, I put pictures in throughout as we're talking, but we were right on a lake, and it was beautiful there. We're only there again for
2 days.
2 days, and then from there, which we thought was a destination, was Hot Springs, Arkansas, which is Lake Catherine State Park, which
was beautiful.
yes. And we were only there again for 2 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've gone from Orlando to Arkansas in 6 days. We wanted to spend a day in Hot Springs National Park, but there is really no, it's a downtown is what it is.
They've changed it. It's very
You have bathhouses that you can get out. It was spring break when we were there, so we drove through the downtown.
Yeah, it was crowded.
But everywhere we put in our map, though, for scenic routes and for looking for things, brought us right back to Lake Catherine State Park.
To our campground.
Yeah, so we went on some hikes there. Went on like a 3-mile hike.
It was pretty. We got to see a waterfall.
Everybody loves the 3-mile the hikes with me.
Yeah, it's great.
But yes, there was a waterfall there. The kids got to play in the lake in the waterfall area. From there, we're now sitting in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Which was not
it was not, but we were tired of doing 10-hour drives because we were headed to Lake Texoma in Texas, and that would have been another 6-7 hours, which turns into 8 with traffic we've had, and we've had the battle. So I didn't want that for driving, and we lengthening our stay. We're not anywhere fancy.
No,
we're
but
at
I mean, it's Cinnamon Creek.
Cinnamon Creek.
It's nice.
No, it's
I mean,
nice. It's due. We're here for 3 days.
And there's a lot of full-time people here because they're staying here as they're working.
Yeah, they're working the
area.
pipeline. They're doing all kinds of stuff. But I mean, it's a nice area for us to stop, get organized, get everything done. You've seen in the beginning our map where we're going on this journey. We're spending a lot of time in Texas, about a little bit over 2 weeks, and then we're going to New Mexico after that.
And then we're going to have about 2 weeks in
a little
Arizona.
bit over 2 weeks in Arizona. We're really looking for maybe places to live in Texas. We really like Glen Rose. That's our next stop. We stayed there. So there's some places that we stayed the last time that we're going back to, but we're spending more time in the area to really get out there and look. But the schools in Glen Rose are phenomenal in the state of Texas. And it's about an hour south of Fort Worth, so it's not that far.
Which I really like.
Yeah. So we're going to look around there. Then we're traveling all the way across Texas from east to west. So, oh my God, I'm going to be tired, Texas. I know it by the time. But we're going to Big Bend eventually. I think April 2nd we're supposed to be in Big Bend. So we got a little ways to go. Couple weeks, but a lot of driving. We've driven from south to north of Texas, and now we're doing east to west all the way.
Texas is big.
Yeah, and then we're going into New Mexico for about a week and a half, maybe.
We're in windy season again.
Yes, yeah, but they're like 3-night stays. A lot of our stays are going to be 3, 4 until we get to some destinations. In Arizona, we're staying in Tombstone for a week. We're staying in Cottonwood for a week, and then we're staying in the tribal area for another week there. So I guess, guys, it's like 21 days in Arizona. But we want to look at Flagstaff and stuff like that for a place to live. And then after that would be Vegas. And that's really, we have a little bit on the map that shows California. We're just not sure.
Yeah, it's going to, well, I think part of it's going to depend on whether or not we have found where we want to be. And gas prices and...
Yeah, depending on if they change. They have not been that bad. It's been like $5 a gallon.
Hasn't been skyrocketing.
Driving this fifth wheel compared to Class A, I'm scared to drive. It feels good driving it.
But it feels like it's falling apart.
Yes. This up here, we walked in, you can't see it in the picture, but our cabinets that are on top were all open. I don't know if you had a picture, I can put it in there.
I've got
books
a picture
all over. Our fridge was open.
Books.
We had food all over.
But this didn't just open; it actually broke.
Yeah, broke the curtain rod.
We had to fix that. Around in there, so we fixed that.
And then the wheel, the spare tire on the back, and going over the bumps in the roads.
It came
loose,
off.
so we had to tighten that up. We had, which is normal. The outside, I don't know what you call them.
That's basically the siding of our
on
RV.
the side. One of the latches broke there, and so that was flapping. And luckily, Deborah noticed it. So when we were getting gas, we pulled out the drill and fixed that.
We drilled a new screw in there to hold it in place, but it seems like things are breaking. Something broke on the refrigerator, so now one of the doors won't stay shut.
Yeah, so we had to finagle that when we're traveling. But it's a beautiful camper. I just don't know if we want to go through. And we're in Louisiana, which is the worst roads in the country. So we're hoping we're not on I-10. We're on I-20. So I think we're going to take that into Dallas.
Yeah, that's what the direction said. So hopefully that will be better than some of these other roads have been.
Yes. And
it's a little scary.
And New Mexico roads were great. We didn't have any issues with them when we were there. In Arizona, we didn't see anything. It's a lot of highway. That we were doing, so right there we'll see. But going through Arkansas had some bad roads that we're going through, and Georgia wasn't bad.
Well, and then that RV park that we went to that was like a gravel.
Yes, Piney River. Love the RV park.
It was beautiful, but to get to it was rough.
It's like a mile of gravel
it's an 8-mile road, but then part of the road is gravel, so the rest of the road wasn't great.
No, yeah.
It was paved, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, Deborah picked that campground out, so that whole time I'm like, really?
It was beautiful.
It was.
And it was a full hookup.
Yes, so a lot of, and the other thing I'm struggling with is back ends. 43 feet, I haven't had time to practice because we didn't have the truck as much, so a lot of the places I'm trying to get pull-throughs on. and trying to watch a lot of YouTube videos to find out how to maneuver it correctly.
Because it's just different than the Class A.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll be pulled through the next one when we get to Glen Rose. After that is Thousand Trails. We don't know. Could be pulled through depending on what time you get there because they have new sites and older ones.
Could be back ends. We'll find out.
Yeah. But we're excited to be back on the road.
Yes.
We're excited to finally start really looking for where we want to end up at. And there comes Vader out here. We got daughter's birthday, Sarah, tomorrow.
Yep.
She turns 10, so we'll be celebrating that one. We were going to be in the same place we were last year, but plans changed there, so now we'll be in Louisiana, for it. And like I said, then we'll be headed to Texas in 2 days. But we're done with a lot of the 2 days stuff, so we're resting a little bit. At least 3 to 4 you need, because you need a day to breathe.
Yeah, because when you're... And we had such long days, so we weren't even getting to our spots until like 7:30 at night.
Yeah, we're getting scared. Like, son, stay up, son, because you don't want to park at night.
We don't want to hook up in the dark and
going.
So by the time we would get to our spot,
say hi, baby. Say hello,
and get all hooked up, then it's basically bedtime. So you lost that day.
Yeah, and then you do something on the day, and then you're resting and traveling.
And then you travel again.
You don't even put all your stuff back out because you're going to be leaving, in 2 days.
I think this is the most I've put back out since we left, So,
yeah. But it does feel good to be out on the road. I mean, the truck's doing well. Mm-hmm. Driving it, like I said, I don't feel... It's a much easier drive.
Yes.
Instead of the Class A. I mean, the Class A is a lot of stress. We don't feel anything with the truckers
coming on the side of us. It's a much smoother ride. I'm not having the anxiety I had
so that's gotten better. So anybody's looking to go, back and forth. But the backing up is, I've talked to a lot of truckers. I mean, they've helped out, with a lot of support, on it. For I was like, I've been doing a truck for 10 years. It's easy. You can do this. And you get used to it the more you do it, from what they say. So hopefully we will, but we should have started out with like a 36, 34. But no, we go big.
We go big. Go big, go home.
Yeah. But we're excited. We're excited to get to Texas here soon. So next, I don't know if we'll do, some of the parks, we'll do some videos of, excuse me, but the Fort Yargo, we should have did a video of that one because that was a really nice one.
That was a really nice
Lake Catherine was small. Well, no, that would have been a good one too.
It was.
Piney River was small.
Yeah.
You only had like 10 spots near the lake, and then the rest was like full-timers up in a different area.
And they were very close together. I'm glad we didn't do one of those spots.
But it was a great, the people that were there was more like birthdays they were celebrating. And we're, like I said, we're spring break during this time frame. That we're at, and hopefully when we get to Texas, I think the spring break ends, and we'll have a good month and a half before school gets out, so won't be as busy.
And we should be able to really explore some areas.
Yeah. We're getting the City Rocks. We're excited about that one in New Mexico because the night skies. We can't wait to see that. Last time we were there, we didn't stay at that park, but we drove there, but it was very cloudy.
Yeah, it was too cloudy. Couldn't see anything.
So this time, hopefully, it'll be good. Other than that, I think that's it. But follow along on the journey. Please like and comment. If you do know of any great places around like Austin, Houston area for living, like I said, we're looking at Glen Rose right now, but we're going to be spending a lot of time, probably about a week and a half, in the Austin, Houston area to look at some stuff.
That's a good area.
And then in Arizona, we'll be looking more towards the Flagstaff area, I think. Well, it's me. I'm trying to sell her.
And he's trying to sell me on Arizona.
There's laundry today. I'm in all my steel air attire, today. With that, nothing, else, left after a week and a half of no laundry.
It was a little chilly today, too, so.
Yeah, but it's good. It's not 95 degrees yet. We escaped that, in Orlando. So we'll see, but stay tuned. We'll see you in a little bit.
Bye.